This would be an interesting topic for all of you, including myself. And the title of this topic is What is Science and What is Not Science? So let us start here very briefly to understand what is science. Science is the determined human effort to understand. Please note down the word to understand the history of natural world and how the natural world works. It is not based on metaphysical, that means philosophical phenomena. Phenomena means fact. So metaphysical means that it can be proved by the five senses. Science is not a process in which the product understanding is based on faith or belief. The product of science, that means possible explanation for natural phenomena, are always based on observations, carefully analyzed and tested. This is also called as the theory or the theory of positivism, in which the things should have to be proved. The definition of the word science. There are many definitions of the word science, but I'll have only picked 3 of them to revise your and my knowledge. Definition of science number 1 is knowledge about the natural world that is based on facts learned through experiment and observation. So 2 things are important here: experiments and observation. Another definition is that science is an area of study that deals with the natural world, for example biology or physics. Another definition of this is that science, a subject, is a subject that is formally studied. Example, the science of linguistics. Science is observing, studying and experimenting to learn how the world works. This includes the departments of learning and bodies of facts in disciplines such as anthropology, archaeology, astronomy, biology, botany, chemistry, cybernetics, robotics, geography, geology, mathematics, medicine, physics, physiology, psychology, etc. Another question is, what is the basis of all scientific understanding? So the simple answer of that is that science uses observable 5 senses, physical evidence, as the basis of all scientific understanding. How is science done? Science is done through observation of natural phenomena and or through experimentation that tries to stimulate or simulate natural processes under controlled conditions. There are 3 basic questions which are being asked by science. What is, how does, how did? Question 1. What is there? How does it work? And how did it come to be this way? And how did it come to be this way? So these are the 3 basic questions which are the being asked or for the word science. What isn't science is also very interesting to understand. What isn't science is, or what is not science. Science is not an art. Art is the attempt to express an individual's feelings or ideas about something in a way that others find beautiful, graceful and pleasing. Science, another example, science is not a religion. Science and belief systems are very different in what they try to do and in the approaches and the methods each used to accomplish their goals or their objectives. And lastly, the comparison of science and what is science and what is not science. Science deals only with the natural phenomena, that means something perceived or experienced by human senses, but uh, and and not science is often based on claims of supernatural phenomena. Things which are not science are often based on claims of supernatural phenomena, like beliefs. The example can be taken of the religions and the religious philosophies. Another comparison point is if science is based on evidence from real world tests known as empirical tests, as I said earlier. But what is not science has no supporting evidence. It cannot, in other words, it cannot be proved by the five senses or by any kind of empirical testing. So it is not, the things which are not science are also called social sciences. Social sciences cannot be proved by evidence. Now coming back to the science, science is consistent with the coherent, clear, means clear body of the scientific models, that it can be understood clearly by the help of the coherent or clear scientific models or experiments. But in the contrast to this, what is not science or social science is it contradicts well established scientific models. It is against, in other words, it is against the scientific evidence given by the people of science. Next is that science is based on logical arguments. Anything found on a false ground is not approved, or it is abandoned, or it is disbanded, it is thrown away, it is not accepted at all. In contrast to this, what is not science or social science is based on false grounds or illogical arguments, or often both. Based on false grounds sometimes, or illogical arguments, or often both of them are present. And also it is often not falsifiable, and it cannot be denied. Sometimes it cannot be denied because these grounds or these ideologies which are non-scientific or social sciences, which come in the domain of social sciences, are falsifiable, means you cannot deny, or you can also deny. So there are millions and millions of people since the history of humankind which believe in these kinds of things known as supernatural phenomena and other religious philosophies. Thank you very much for your time.